Hi guys, it's raining again. This is the second time I try to record this video, but I don't think I'll have any luck anytime soon. So I'm gonna go straight to the point. I want to show you my eyeshadow collection. It's not a huge collection, but it's more than enough for a normal person like me. I don't want to make this video very long, so I probably will do part 1 and part 2. And I want to structure everything by brand. So if you're interested in one brand in particular or a palette in particular, I'm going to put timestamps down below. So if you're interested in my collection, just keep on watching. Okay, so first I want to show you the ones from the Too Faced brand. I'm going to start with this little one. It's such a cute palette. It's the Natural Eyes palette. It's very pretty. It's very natural. These are the shades right here. I hope you can see them well. I want to show you my favorite shades on this palette, and it's Silk Teddy, Push Up, in Cashmere, and Sex Espresso. I like that they're very soft and very easy to blend, and I feel like this was my first high-end palette. Anyways, I like this palette very much because first of all, it was my first palette, and I like neutral eye looks. A few years back when I would buy makeup, I would always buy those Wet n Wild quads. So for me, this was a huge step up. I mean, 9 shades. So I think this is a great eyeshadow palette for beginners, or like if you want to just step up your game a little bit. Something that you can use every day, even for work. I do like the packaging. I know Too Faced has another one that is just mattes, but this one is the Natural Eyes. It has some shimmers and mattes. Okay, so moving on these little eyeshadow palettes, I have this next one called Country. I like this packaging. It's really pretty, but it's not something that I think I would wear all the time. These are the colors right here. This palette, I didn't buy it. Honestly, it was a present from a friend, and these colors are so pretty. But I feel like my skin tone, it's not the right one for this palette. So if you're a lighter skin tone, I think this would be so pretty. Or if you have not dark eyes, but more like colorful eyes, greens, blues, I think this eyeshadow palette will look very good on you. Now, I do have favorite shades as well. I like the shimmers from these Too Faced palettes. Paper Roses, Y'all is one of my favorites too. All American Girl. All these shades are really pretty. I'm not gonna get rid of it though because it has some of a sentimental value to me. Now it is funny because I was trying to look up the website and this one is not available anymore. It's an old palette. You can probably find it at Amazon. So I'm working on affiliate links through Amazon, so if I ever set that up, I'm gonna link it down below. Now for my next palette, I want to show you my Totally Cute palette. Oh my god, this is so pretty. It's this one right here. It comes with the stickers, but I placed the stickers on it. It comes with 2 sheets of stickers, and then you just have to decorate your cute palette. So I decorated like this in the front. I also put a sticker on this side. It says I love bunnies. Isn't that cute? And then I also decorated that 2 stickers, this one and this one. Now the colors in this palette are so cute. I like these colors so much. My favorite from this palette are Shooting Star. It's a really nice highlighting shade. And I also like Storm Cloud. I mean, I feel like I love all of them, honestly. These colors are really pretty. Now you might think I'm crazy, but I bought it because of the packaging. Too Faced with packaging gets me every single time. To be honest, I've never come with an eye look with this palette. You know, sometimes I play when I come from work, and I like to play with makeup once in a while, so I play with makeup before I take a shower. But yeah, if you have a lot of warm, neutral, everyday colors, this palette could be a nice stepping stone. It's one of the cheapest palettes too. Like these little eyeshadow palettes from Too Faced are like $36. And this one, I think it was announced as limited edition, but you can still find it. Okay, so for my next palette, I'm going to talk about the chocolate bar palettes. I have the semi-sweet and the normal chocolate bar palette. These 2 right here. This one's the semi-sweet and this one is the chocolate. I'm gonna start with my least favorite, and it's gonna be the semi-sweet. It is my least favorite because when you look at this palette, you are so drawn to that bluish color and it barely shows up. So that was very disappointing. I do like that it has, you know, kind of warm and cool tones, brown shades, like matte shades. So it's good for transitions. But yeah, I mean, Blueberry Swirl and Pink Sugar were going to be my favorite, but I'll show you how poor it performs. I wouldn't recommend it unless you want the brownish shades. No, it does smells like chocolate. It really does smell. I really bought it because I like to collect some things, and since I had 3 of these little ones. I kind of want to have 3 of the large ones. Next, it's this sexy palette right here. I love that it has enough mattes to make your transition. It has enough shimmer shadows so you can put on your lid. And it also has some dark shades. From all the Too Faced eyeshadows that I own, I feel like this one is the most used one. My favorite shades in this palette are Marzipan, and I feel like Too Faced should at least make that shade individual because I'm not gonna buy the entire palette just because of that shade. As you can see, I've already hit pan over here, and that's not fair. I'm trying to use this one more often because I don't want to run out of this one. And I can use this one over here too. My favorites are Marzipan, Salted Caramel, Milk Chocolate, and Semi-Sweet. Those are the ones I use the most. Okay, and last but not least, my Sweet Peach palette. I've already uploaded a makeup tutorial using this palette, so I'll link it up here with the cards. It smells so good. I love this palette just for a more feminine look compared to the chocolate palette. I know a lot of people don't like the scent of this. I do like it. It really smells like peaches. Some people don't like it because it looks like it's a very artificial scent, but I don't mind at all. Okay, so that's all I have from Too Faced. Now I'm moving on with Urban Decay. And from Urban Decay, I'm going to start with my Naked 2 palette. I don't own all Naked palettes, just a few. This one was my second high-end palette. And I do like this one because it's cool tones. It has some grayish, some silver tones. Let me show you. Some people don't like this one much because it's very cool tone. And it only has one transition. It only has one matte in the entire palette. But I do like it because at the time I bought it, I was more drawn to cool tones more than warm tones. I feel like my type of undertone looks good with both of them. So I decided to buy this one. I barely use it. When I bought it, I used it almost every day. But one time it fell down and it was kind of a mess and I had to fix 2 shades. So after that, I think I got scared of using it because I didn't want to break it. It comes with a brush, and then as you can see, this is the one I broke, and this one. This is my favorite shade of all the entire palette, and it's shattered. So I tried to fix it. I think I did a great job. Let me just swatch it for you. So intense. Also, Verve is one of my favorites. Pistol, I don't know, I think like all the shimmers in this palette are so pretty, very pretty. Snakebite, I love Snakebite. I also like Half Baked. I don't know, I feel like it's hard for me to say these are my favorite because 12 shades in this palette, I feel like 9 shades are my favorite. Oh, Mariluz, you're so extra. Anyhow, the Naked palettes from Urban Decay are very popular, and I think they came out with 5 shades. With 5 palettes. I only own 2. This one's the Naked 2, the first one I bought, and then I bought this one, the Naked Smoky. All of them, you can still find them in stores. Ulta, Sephora, Urban Decay website, you can still find all of them. And then I like this packaging. This packaging is very pretty. Honestly, it's better than the Naked 2. Not that I'm complaining about the Naked 2 packaging, but it looks very sleek. It looks very nice. It's kind of transparent in the back. And it comes with a brush too. Now these colors are really pretty. I don't use them much because I barely do smoky eyes. I could probably do like a smoky eye look with this. I should, but I don't know, I don't have that much time. I do like that it has more mattes than the Naked 2. And it also has those colors that I like from the Naked 2, the silvers, the golds. So if I have to choose one of my favorite colors in this palette, I'm gonna say Armor. It's a really nice silver shade. And I'm gonna say High because it's a really nice highlighting shade. And I also like Dirty Sweet. Okay, so for the next palette, I'm going to show you my Urban Decay Electric palette. This one's an old palette and it got discontinued, so I'm sorry that I'm showing you this because it's really pretty, and if you want it, I don't think you'll find it. I think you'll find it at Amazon, so like I said, I will probably link it down below too, if I can find it. So this is the Electric It has really intense shades, and I have come with really nice looks with this one. Although I've never gone out, like I just practiced the eye look and I stayed home. I never go out and wear the eye look. Just once, I believe, and it was to grab Starbucks, I remember. But I always want to use this palette to go to Disney because I love Disney. I always go to Disney. I feel like you can be crazy with eyeshadows over there. But I've never used it. I got this one as a gift from my sister-in-law because I was mentioning to her that I barely had very colorful eye palettes, and I was interested in one of the Urban Decay Spectrum palettes, the old one, because it was on sale. But she found this one, and this one was on sale too, so I'm glad she grabbed it for me because now it's discontinued and I'm glad I have it. My favorite shades from this palette are Savage, because I use this one always as my transition shade or my second transition shade, because I always go through my normal like natural palettes to start building the transition, and then I use this one. So you can't use this one by itself, you always have to pair it with another palette, but it is awesome. So if you want color, like colorful eye looks, you can use this one. So my favorite shades, as I was mentioning, is Savage, Urban, Jilted, Freak is really pretty. I mean, I love all the shadows here. Slow Burn though, I don't use it that much. Fringe, oh my god, Fringe is so pretty. Oh, Thrash and Freak. The only thing about this palette is it has like a warning because the staying power is very, so it might stain your eyes or stain your hands. I also have the Urban Decay Ammo palette. This is really pretty. This has shimmers on it too. And this one also was given down to me from a friend. From this palette, I love every single shade, every single one. The issue is they're all shimmers. There's no mattes in it. So I have to use one of my normal, like the Chocolate Bar, the Natural Eyes palette, so I can use those transition shades. Also from Tarte, I have the Tarte's Pro palette. This is it right here, and let me show you inside. This is the palette right here. And from this palette, I like Glam, I like Minx, Trendy, it's really pretty too. I do like Innocent as a transition, and I do like Mod, Drama, No Filter, Edgy. Those are really pretty colors. This one you can still find it. I think it's a permanent palette from Tarte. You can find it at Tarte, Sephora, and Ulta. But yeah, I want to keep this video as short as possible, so I'm going to talk about other palettes that I have on a second video. If by the time you see this video, the second part is out, I'm going to link it down below, or I'm going to put it up in the cards. If you haven't subscribed, consider subscribing. And if you are subscribed and you don't get notified every time I upload a video, you can just hit that bell button under the subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon.